Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Tampa. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Play action now, Mariota. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 7 out of it, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice run there to bring that 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. On play action, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Points ranked 2 and 3, and their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Mariota's throw caught by Bird here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
A gain of a yard, and it's going to go down 3rd and 5. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
On 4th down, here's the option. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even...
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And he's got this complete down the field to Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, back to Fournette. And he's got room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Ryan Succop on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Patterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they'll open a 3rd and 9 situation. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
It was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What do they always say when they're throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Stop for the loss by Devin White. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Lavonte David.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw, it's Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Brady now on first down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Fournette running wide side. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Fournette on the counter. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Complete right side to Otten. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 21-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes you from experience. The first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London from 17 yards out. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
To throw is Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Brady to Gage for a Tampa first. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A toss running left, Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Brady to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Brady. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
I'm going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Now Mariota. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final try now for Brady. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.